Warning about Berberine as nature's own Ozempic. You have got to be kidding me. So we are all hooked to Ozempic, and I've been talking a lot about it and some of the side effects, but people don't care. They want to lose weight. And I understand there's all of this unexplained weight gain that people are dealing with, and they're desperate. And now pharmaceuticals have given you an answer. It's a shot, and it's easy. They don't tell you to change your lifestyle habits or anything, just lose the weight easily. And so now that Berberine is sparked up as an alternative to Ozempic, and people are actually using it and losing weight on it, it's nature's own Ozempic, right? The drug companies are freaking out. And so they're telling you to be wary of all of the side effects. So first, I want to talk about the side effects of Ozempic. So among the other side effects, and I've talked about this before, is there's these intestinal obstructions that are occurring when a blockage is keeping food and liquid from moving through the intestines. And the blockage may occur when the intestine stretches too large, as it loses the ability to adjust its shape. And this condition may cut off the blood supply to part of your intestine. I know me, if I'm constipated or if I've got gut issues, it's not comfortable, and I literally feel like I don't want to do anything. But this can actually cause the intestinal walls to die. Another side effect of Ozempic is weight gain after stopping the medication. The trials are showing that the patients who come off the drug not only are gaining the weight back, but when they lose the weight, they're losing muscle and fat, and they gain only the fat back. So they're losing the muscle weight and actually gaining just fat back. And then you can also get diabetic retinopathy, gallstones, abdominal pain, kidney problems, including kidney failure, swelling of the pancreas, increased risk of thyroid cancer, gallbladder disease, increased heart rate, blood pressure, allergic reaction, hypoglycemia, nausea, reflux. I'm kind of getting tired of telling you all the side effects of Ozempic, diarrhea, vomiting, blurred vision, confusion, slurred speech, and numbness. So that's Ozempic and all of the other drugs that are like it. Now, what the goal is when we take a step back to lose weight is we need to get healthy to then lose weight. We don't lose weight to get healthy. And obesity is linked to insulin resistance and fatty liver disease. So that's what we're going after. And that's what I'm all about, is to reverse fatty liver, reverse insulin resistance. And then you have this freedom of all of your chronic issues going away, not just the unexplained weight gain. So let's look at Berberine. It's nature's way of helping with blood sugar. I've been using it for years. It is generally considered safe. And what it helps with is lowering your blood sugar. It has been compared to metformin as the diabetic drug metformin. What it does is help blunt the rise of blood sugar when you eat. So instead of getting this spike and go down where you then are hungry again and your cravings hit, is it actually lowers that spike, so you feel very even, and your insulin stays low, which means you stay in fat burning mode. Now, some of the side effects people are really saying you better be careful: gastrointestinal issues, but this is very minor. It can include diarrhea, constipation, and stomach cramps. I have not seen that with many people at all. I have seen people take it and get too low of blood sugar, which means it's actually working. So you just lower your dose. If your insulin resistance isn't that high, you need a lower dose. Now, of course, you have to be careful with any interaction with medication or an allergy, but anyone can be allergic to anything. So that is something that you need to look out for with yourself. And you are your own doctor. Yes, consult with your doctor, but how do you feel? I always tell my clients that you want to touch in with how you are feeling when you take any supplement or change your diet. So what is berberine? Berberine is a compound found in several plants, including the barberry shrub, golden seal, and various herbs used in traditional Chinese medicine. And it's gained attention for its potential health benefits, including weight loss. But that's not just it. It helps improve insulin sensitivity. It's been shown to improve that insulin sensitivity, which can help regulate the blood sugar levels and potentially lead to weight loss. And by enhancing insulin sensitivity, now remember, 9 out of 10 of you are pre-diabetic or diabetic and probably don't even know it. So this is huge as far as reversing that propensity to be diabetic. Berberine promotes the uptake of glucose into cells by reducing excessive glucose produced by the liver. It also increases something called AMPK activation. And what it does, this plays a role in energy metabolism. Activation of AMPK may increase fat burning and reduce fat storage, potentially contributing to weight loss. Berberine also reduces appetite. Some studies suggest that it may help suppress appetite by reducing food intake, and it may influence the release of hormones involved in appetite regulation, such as ghrelin and leptin. Leptin, most people who are obese or have insulin resistance also have leptin resistance. So the signaling isn't working right. Leptin's a hormone from the fat cells that tells the brain, I've got plenty to use for energy. I don't need to eat anymore. But when you become insulin resistant, that goes haywire. And the leptin actually screams at the brain saying, I need to eat more. So that is where things get all screwed up. And so when you are lowering your blood sugar, lowering your insulin resistance, lowering your leptin resistance, your appetite comes back into control and you have this freedom of, I'm not thinking about food all the time. Berberine's also antiparasitic, viral, bacterial, and fungus. So there you go. It doesn't negatively affect the good gut bacteria. In fact, it actually has a positive effect on the good gut bacteria. It has also been shown to reduce cholesterol and triglycerides, which helps fatty liver. So here we are helping with insulin resistance and fatty liver. It's a natural antioxidant and anti-inflammatory, so it helps improve cardiovascular health, improves leaky gut by improving the tight junctions, and helps reduce inflammation throughout the whole body. So inflammation is the key to most chronic disease. So when you're reversing that, you're really reversing all of the disease in your body. And then with diabetes, of course, it has shown that berberine may work as a diabetes treatment. It helps with the blood sugar, the triglycerides, the insulin, so all of those things. And with high blood pressure, it also can help with that. In a literature review, it found that berberine combined with a blood pressure lowering drug was more effective than the drug alone. Imagine that. And then when you're looking at obesity, because that's why we're talking about this, it's a common condition that can increase the risk of type 2 diabetes, heart disease, high blood pressure, and high cholesterol, or the other way around, right? And that's what we're finding is when you address the insulin resistance, the inflammation, and the fatty liver, you are reversing obesity, heart disease, high blood pressure, high cholesterol. That is why I love this supplement. It also helps with polycystic ovarian syndrome, which is actually insulin resistance at the site of the ovaries. I personally have PCOS. I have reversed it because I've reversed my insulin resistance. You know, there's some studies out there too with its effect on cancer. I'm not going to go into that. Feel free to Google those studies yourself, but it also has been shown to help with the gut health. So with the dosage, I recommend 500 to 3,000 milligrams, depending on you and your insulin resistance level. Best to be taken about 30 minutes before a meal or between or in the middle of a meal. That's the best to keep the blunting of the rise of insulin and blood sugar. And I love the Berberine HCl. It's at acceleratedhealthproducts.com. It combines the berberine with HCl. HCl helps break down your foods, your proteins, and some of the other things, because a lot of people, most people, don't have enough HCl in their stomach as they age to break down their foods. And combining it with my intermittent fasting kit, which includes the accelerated keto, the acceleradine, and the accelerated thyroid, you have a shift where your appetite is suppressed, your blood sugar becomes very normal, in normal range very quickly, and your insulin gets reset, your leptin gets reset, and then you focus on the wild animal protein and a low carb diet, and your brain gets what it needs, your body gets the energy it needs, it increases ATP production for that physical and mental energy, and your body's feeding off of your own fat stores. And we all win. We lose the weight, we maintain our muscle mass, there's no side effects. In fact, you're actually having a cumulative positive effect from all of these things. The accelerated keto actually defats the liver. We need to reverse fatty liver disease. 45% of adults have fatty liver, and that number is rising. That was a disease that was only for alcoholics before 1980, and now 45% of non-alcoholics are actually having fatty liver, and that is the root of the disease. The accelerated keto is the key, where it flips you into that ketosis state within 30 minutes, and you feel this freedom of, I don't need to eat, I can focus on what I'm doing, I'm getting the energy I need. It's converting your fat stores into energy. It supports a faster metabolism, helps with long-term weight loss, provides the energy for the muscles and brain, and the ingredients in there are synergistic to help with defatting the liver, breaking down saturated fats into unsaturated fats, helping with digestive fire, and a combination of supplements or ingredients that actually increase the energy, mental clarity, mood, and motivation, and doesn't give you a crash. You get this fine, stable energy. So if you were to ask me, when you compare Ozempic side effects to Berberine side effects, there's no comparison. And this has become such a hot topic because they don't want to see an alternative to Ozempic, right? So you got to see where the money is. Always follow the money. So if you have any questions for me, leave a comment below. Have you tried Berberine? Have you tried Ozempic? And where are you in your weight loss journey or your chronic disease journey? Remember, if you don't take care of the chronic disease, the weight loss isn't going to go. Leave a comment below. Join my free group coaching on with the link below. It's free. I teach you on a daily basis, and you'll be a part of a like-minded group to support you on your journey, in addition to truly taking control of your health. The protocols and supplements I discussed are all found at SaraBantaHealth.com, and you can follow me on Facebook and Instagram under Accelerated Health Products, across over 100 channels under Accelerated Health TV and radio show. And you can use coupon WELCOME10 for 10% off site-wide. Join us every week on Mondays at 2 p.m. Pacific and Tuesdays at 1 p.m. Pacific. And have a great week.